All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Your astrology doesn't matter here. This is just energy reading. It is for anyone. Human being, raccoon, chipmunk, beaver, I don't care, whale, whatever the hell you are. Doesn't matter. This reading here is on the equinox energy. All right, and I'm narrowing the field a little bit, like I said in a tweet this morning. I'm narrowing the field a little bit to within the next couple of weeks. You know, I'm not going to take the whole spring season or try to do, because it's also the astrological new year. We're just about to go into Aries, which takes us back to the top of the zodiac. You know, it's the astrological new year. So I'm not going to try to do anything really long range, but I'm pulling on the equinox energy that's here right now, the actual equinox, and how it's affecting things with all the energies we've been talking about that's going on, including the new cycle that we're slowly but surely getting both feet into. All right. So that being said, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you might be glad you found it in a minute. I don't know. We'll find out, but you found it for a reason. The equinox energies are very real. Okay, and I always say the main energies, I pay attention to the astrology. I pay attention to how certain alignments, Mars, trines, Venus, things like that, affect and pull on the energy. But the main energies that affect us as human beings here on Earth are the sun, the moon, which the moon, by the way, has the power to stretch the Earth itself, pull the oceans. It's very powerful. And the Earth's magnetic field, which we don't talk about a lot here, but I always take it into consideration. I feel it on a high level. It makes me, it generally is what gives us our moods. Okay, generally speaking, if you're in a good mood or a bad mood, the Earth's magnetic field plays a bigger role than anything going on in the astrological world. I can promise you that. Most of that's fairly holistic, I should say. Hellistic. That's funny. Anyway, that being said, the equinox is about sun energy. Okay, it's about here on Earth we see it as the day and the night being the same length, basically equal, kind of split down the middle. It depends where you are on the planet, of course, but they're generally fairly close within a few minutes here and there. And of course, we all know that everything is energy. I've told you that a lot of times. Day and night are different energies. They are. I mean, think about how we behave. Most people, I mean, we could take an extreme example. Most people behave differently during the day than they do at night. You do crazy shit at night, dance on tables with your titties out, all kinds of crazy stuff, drinking and laughing and screaming. But during the day, you put on a suit, you go to your office, and you behave, and you speak properly and all of that. I mean, that's an extreme example, but we do behave differently between day and night. They're very different energies, yin and yang. That being said, let's talk about my pre-shuffle, and you understand a little bit about equinox energy now. It's balancing. It's part of the reason why March's energy is rooted in temperance. Temperance is very balanced energy, and that energy bleeds into April, as we saw in my Q2 reading. What I've got here in my pre-shuffle, how are these equinox energies affecting things right now? I think you're going to like. It's a bit of a pros and cons list. You all know what that is, right? You make a list, the pros and the cons. Should I or shouldn't I? Should I do this? Well, here's the reasons I should. Here's the reasons I shouldn't. And you weigh them out, and you hope the pros come out on top. Well, that's about what this is. We open with that even, but the whole pre-shuffle is that. I'll pull it out for you. I'll stretch the pre-shuffle out so you can see the energy. Open with the 7 of Wands here in the Witch's deck, right? 7 Wands. He's battling 7 Wands, right? But it's crossed by the 8 of Wands. It's crossed by communication. We wouldn't want those in the opposite order. We wouldn't want the 8 of Wands as our base pre-shuffle and then it crossed by the 7 of Wands. What we've got here is we've got somebody who's leaning toward reaching out. Someone who wants to, well, you know, to be kind of, you know, normal and just sort of, you know, literal. It's someone who wants to stand up and fight for this, right? Right there. 8 Wands crossing it. It's someone who actually now sees the value, someone who wants breadcrumbs, because in the light of day, we can see things clearly. We're moving into a cycle that's rooted in a sunny day. We feel better, we're in a better mood, the sun lights things up. In the night and day analogy I gave earlier, the sun in the light of the day, the next day, we could see how stupid we acted in the night before. Right? Oh my God, were my titties out? Oh Jesus, oh what did I do? Walking around all hungover and shit. Well, that's what's happening here. Somebody coming to their senses in this energy. They've been fighting this. They've been holding it at bay. And this guy, he got one wand and he fighting 6 other wands here on the 7 of wands. But what they don't know, or what's happening now behind them, is 8 wands of reinforcement is coming in. I don't have a chance in hell against that. They know they acted the fool. They breadcrumbed here. They breadcrumbed. And now somebody wants to bring in some equal give and take. But the problem is, pro and con list, the problem is 9 of Pentacles. You've grown. You're awesome. You're not chasing them. You're independent. This is minor arcana Empress energy. There's a little bit of intimidation there. A little bit of fear. A lot of time has passed. Oh, they're going to rip my fucking head off. Right? Could be something like that. I mean, I'm just giving you basic analogy. You don't have to take it literally. Your person doesn't think you're going to rip their head off, but they do think it might result in some conflict. They've got some explaining to do. And I know that a lot of the signs, your person has some kind of secret, something they have to confess. Okay? But anyway, yeah, so there's an intimidation. But, you know I see the value now. I do want to reach out. I do want to give to something I didn't give to before. But they're doing really good. They're on their own. And, there's also another energy here. A lot of readers read it as someone's afraid to lose their independence. It's not really that. It's more a case of someone's afraid of your independence, kind of a thing. They admire that about you on a high level. Now, but it looks like they're going to get the strength up to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I'm going in. Pros and cons list. Yep. In and out a little bit. Yep, I'm going in. There's fear around it, and that fear causes them to put up pretense. The Queen of Wands. I pretend. I pretend it doesn't matter. It's someone. The Strength card with the Queen of Wands is someone who shows up, and the fact that they show up is telling. But they show up in a light of, oh, I haven't been watching you and spying the whole time. I have no idea that you're the 9 of Pentacles. It's a whole lot of bullshit. It's a whole lot of bullshit. Right here. And even if they do talk themselves out of it, this time in this energy, it's hard to do that. In the equinox energy, it's hard not to see that the night before, what a fool you were with you dancing around on the tables with your titties out. Okay? And everybody got pictures. It's all up on the internet now. Your fucking nipples are everywhere. Everywhere. Because you were dancing on the tables. Right? It's hard not to see, no matter how Queen of Wands, fakey McFakerman you get, that you acted the fool. All right, then they acted the fool, not coming in, not following their heart, not following their soul, what their intuition's been screaming at them. There's also an energy here of someone who got their intuition mixed up with their brain, with their ego, because they didn't know any better. But now they do. That's the thing, the Hierophant. This person has changed on a high level. A high level. This is a spiritual connection. It drives them in. It's also a very balanced energy here with the Hierophant. And that is what brings them in. 6 of Wands, crossed by the Knight of Wands, brave, impulsive action. It causes them to get the strength, to get past this and do it. It's the Hierophant energy that overpowers the Queen of Wands, fakey McFakerman. And right here, 6 of Wands, victory after a long battle of this, right here, long battle of keeping it at bay and pretending it doesn't matter and all that shit. Driven by the 8 of Wands now, a forward-moving energy, very fast, like a freight train, like I've been saying. 6 of Wands, Knight of Wands, causes the brave, impulsive action, driven by the Strength card, the Sun. Again, there's the Sun energy. It's what we're in now. It's springtime, okay? It's in equal energy. It's a balanced energy for a moment that allows you to see clearly. They can see clearly now the rain is gone, right? They can see all obstacles in their way. That's that fucking song again coming back. Also, we're moving into an energy that's the sunny day. But the equinox energy, that balanced energy, allows them to see what a fool they've been. Right? And it will cause a lot of your people to come in. It'll be a surprise. I would be surprised if there's not so. I feel a great tower energy around this 8 of Wands. I would be surprised if there wasn't some kind of tower energy floating around this thing here. All right, let's put these back at the bottom and let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. You ready? All right, let's shuffle the deck here. So that's the pre-shuffle. I wanted to explain the energy to you, and I think I've given you a good analogy with the night before, right? someone here can see the error of their ways. They can see where they messed up. On their pro-con list, the pros are very high right now with the sun and the Six of Wands, basically a minor arcana sun right underneath it there, you know, victory after a long battle. But that sun illuminates things, and that's the energy we're moving into, and that's where the pre-shuffle ended. Let's shuffle the deck right now. Give me the effect the equinox energies are having here on the soulmate cycle universe. Give me the effect the equinox energies are having. I already put my intention out. The words are just drama for you, that's all. First card out is Before the Cut. It's Why the Fuck Are We Here? All right? And I'm using the Witches for this. It's the best deck to use for this type of energy that's here, all right? And the Witches has a bit of a sense of humor to it. I like it. Look who came back after all that shuffling. Six of Pentacles. We're here because of that Six of Pentacles from the pre-shuffle. And that Six of Pentacles, what came after the Eight of Wands crossing the Seven of Wands, it was them realizing something. That it is that moment where you see, oh shit, I should have gave to this. Oh shit, I shouldn't have taken my titties out last night at the bar. Why did I do that? Everybody got cameras now. Oh shit, I'm now a titty star. You know, it's like that all over the internet. It really is. We're here because of the Six of Pentacles, because someone who breadcrumbed you, someone who ghosted you. Also, there's a lot of gaslighting here. I think this may come up in the reading. I don't know. But the energy is here. Gaslighting is somebody putting, again, a lot of that pretense that they put out, right? Pretending that there's something else, just completely saying that they're happy, but they're not happy. Everything, the energy, the equinox energy applies to everything across the board. Not just how they treated you, but how they've been behaving. That's why it was nice to see that Queen of that Queen of Wands, Fakey McFakerman, you know, there get beaten by the Strength card, basically, you know, totally. Let's see what comes after the cut here. Let's see what's after that Six of Pentacles. It's interesting that that's why we're here. What comes after it? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. It's what I just said. It's a card of the student. It's a card of someone who's learning here. It took a while, but it really is. It's an energy of a child, really, you know. But it's someone who realizes, who's learned some things from all of this. And it is a card of communication. It's also one of my stronger cards of spying. I think the spying energy is going to pick up. But I think they're going to pretend or hope that you don't know that they've been watching. They have. Either energetically looking at your picture or daydreaming or actually watching you. That Nine of Pentacles that came out crossing that Six of Pentacles over there in the pre-shuffle. That was a very powerful energy. They have to know that somehow. Okay? They also know that they've been a fool here. All right, let's see where we go. But actually the energy is quite nice here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. All right. Page of Wands. Page of Wands is the overall energy. That's communication. It is. What's fueling this? What's crossing it? The Hanged Man. Yeah. It is a little bit of stop and go. In other words, it's a downshift. It's a stop and go. It's someone who's very nervous about talking to you. Okay? Someone who does have a new perspective on how they behaved the night before. Okay? They have a new perspective on how they behaved the night before. And it's causing them to kind of, it's almost a tail between the legs energy, but they're very curious to see what would have happened here. This is a card of curiosity as well. Our reading's on the flip. Let's see where we go here. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person feels and their emotions. 3D shit. Right here's how they feel about you in the soul, and not what they show you, not what they tell you in the 3D. Right here's the hidden energy. The message from the universe, I'll tell you what she says, is red with the energy of the connection, and right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't predict free will. I'm going to clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses there's going to be a link for an extended in the description. Because this is some... I like that there's a pro-con list here. I like that this person, whoever this is, and again, this is across the board energy. This energy applies to you too. I assume you live here on Earth. You're affected by the equinox as well. You're going to see some of how you behaved the night before. All right? Maybe you were good, maybe you were bad. Whatever it is, there's something for you to learn here too. With that Page of Pentacles, the card of the student that we just saw. Okay? But for them, I like that they're seeing it. I like that everybody took pictures. right? And they happen to look at it. Let's see what we got here. What's the energy around the connection right now? First card out after Page of Wands. Page of Wands, by the way, is crossing the Six of Pentacles, the while we're here in my reading. That's pretty powerful. That's someone, again, it is a card of communication. It's someone who breadcrumbed, who's now wanting to give you the full loaf, or at least part of the loaf. We'll see. Yeah, there it is. I said we'd see it. I did not know it was there. I did not look. I've been holding it here. Yeah, there's your tower. I said I felt it around the rewind. I did. I said there's going to be a tower here, and I did not think it was going to come out in the energy of the connection. It is. This is hard hitting. My analogy about the night before, dancing on the table with the titties out and everybody taking pictures and putting them online, and waking up the next morning and going, "Oh my God, what did I do? Oh shit, I'm everywhere." That is the energy of the connection right now. This is somebody realizing how they behaved here and what they did and what they lost. It is beyond the Three of Swords. It is beyond feeling the loss of it and then coming in and communicating. That's why that Eight of Wands is crossing the Seven of Wands. This is a big energy to fall here in the energy of the connection. Towers right now, especially right now, are a big deal because we're entering that new cycle of energy. The light of day is a sunny energy, core energy. The light of day here. Not to mention, here in spring, we got some powerful eclipses coming up. One in Scorpio and one in Taurus. You know, end of April and the middle of May. Phenomenal energy. All in the springtime. I'm not divining that far out here. I'm just pulling on the equinox energy, but I'm already opening with a tower. This is like a rock band opening with the hit. Yeah, I think for a lot of you, I would expect to hear from somebody coming back. Somebody you never thought would. I believe it's a surprise to a great number of you. I think what the real surprise is, to be honest, to a great number of you, is what they reveal. I don't think this page tells the full story. I think the reading, this is the overall energy, right? We've had a couple of pages here. This is someone who feels really bad. They're downgrading themselves to a page, all right? This is someone who feels stupid. Again, I don't joke about anything, talk about anything, or give you analogies about anything that don't relate to the energy. Think about how you'd feel, male or female, if you danced around on the tables all night the night before. It's out of character for you, but you did it. And then everybody took pictures, and then the next day you see yourself all over, and the foolishness from the night before is everywhere on the internet. It's all over the place. Imagine how you'd feel. Yeah, you'd feel a page a little bit. You might feel some shame. There's shame here. There's guilt here. I've seen it in a few of your sign updates too. I don't remember what sign it was, but somebody got the Ten of Swords in the soul for this person. And I felt that. I felt they were guilty about something. You know, that's all here. It's all in this tower. I'm giving you all the energy I got. This is a very important reading. All right? I'm giving you everything that's here. The cards don't matter. The energy matters. The cards are just really nicely backing it up here. How do they feel in their emotions? Yeah, the Chariot. They both want to run and they want to come in. When the Chariot falls here because of the tower. Again, you'd be ashamed of the night before. Right? You want to run and hide. You put your head under a pillow. Oh my God. What if my mother sees those pictures? You know, that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. She can see how you turned out, I guess. I don't know. But the bottom line is, they both want to run and they want to hide. But I think they're more coming towards you. All of our cards indicate communication with you, including our overall energy. They just feel a fool. They want to put their head, bury their head in the sand a little bit. Again, think of it as a balanced energy. It's a beautiful sunny day, and the sun's out, lighting up everything that happened the night before. Maybe somebody dumped a pile of them pictures in your yard, and you can see them when the sun comes out. You're like, oh shit. How do they feel in the soul about you, about this connection? Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's a that's the tower. It's bookending the tower. Yeah. In the soul, there's a temptation for this person to hide their head in the sand. This person's real good at lying to themselves. Real good at pretending. Remember, we saw that Queen of Wands, Fakey McFakerman, up in the pre-shuffle, crossing the Strength card. This person's real good at lying to themselves. Also, what the tower is, though, when I blend the tower energy, in the soul right now, they're seeing how they behaved. They're getting it. I spent all my time telling the collective how happy I was on my side and how everything was great. I didn't need them. Get lost. I don't need you. I don't want you. And now, you know, they can see that that was a stupid thing to do. Now they got to come back, come crawling back. And the temptation is to put their head in the sand. I don't think most of them will. I don't know. What's the universe want to tell us? Is the fickle old gal even awake yet? It's early here. It's early. Anyway, it's red with the tower. What does she want to tell us? King of Pentacles. The tower is good. The universe is saying this is good. Everything I told you is accurate up here. The universe is saying it's good. The King of Pentacles is about stability. Okay? The tower will fall. Person will come in, is likely to come towards you. All right? This, in the soul here, this Seven of Swords, is what they're realizing. It's tied to the tower energy. The tower comes down. We can now build on a solid foundation. This is stability. Also, this tells me that this, what they realized about the night before, as our analogy continues, right? How they've been behaving, is that they've been behaving badly towards someone who's pretty fucking awesome. Someone who's the shit. Someone who in my animal deck is an 8-point buck with rainbow antlers that you don't just find every day. Go ahead, go out in the woods, try and find one. Good luck with that. You can capture one with a tranquilizer and spray paint his antlers and let him go, but that's not the same thing. What does that analogy mean? You can't figure that out? It means that they can't go out to Tinder, Bender, or Craigslist, or you know, Rapey McRaperman's List, or whatever the fuck it is, and find somebody else and make them into you. They can't find you anywhere. That's what it means. It's right here. This tower is good. It's a good tower. This person needed this tower. This equinox energy is nice. They should see and understand what they did the night before. And if they don't, friends are going to come by and tell them. Right here, potential final outcome. Red with the Chariot. Told you. Here it is. God damn, I'm good today. I am hot. I'm surprising myself. I'm not being arrogant. I'm honestly blown away that the Temperance card just fell there. This is communication when it falls here in my reading. Always is. Okay? And it's red with the Chariot. Yeah, they're coming towards you like a freight train, rather reluctantly, rather embarrassed by their behavior, maybe a little bit of guilt, maybe a little bit of tail between the legs. But this shit is communication right here over the whole thing. And it's just, all this is just explaining this, okay? And this is crossing the Six of Pentacles from before the cut. Yeah, it's communication. It's bound. It is the energy. It's everything I've told you right here in one card. This is the story I told you of the light illuminating everything from from the way they behaved the night before. This angel on this card behaved the night before like a devil, the opposite of what they are. The connection is represented by angel energy. It always comes up as the sun. Always, since I got here. The connections in this cycle are beautiful. But that's why the running and the separation is so long. That's why it stays so long. Because it's scary to this runner on the other side. The bottom line is, things about to be balanced out. That's nice. I like that. Let's clarify. Let's clarify with the Light Seer deck, because that's who wants to talk. So let's do it. Alright? Let's go. Tell me about this tower. This is nice. I can't believe that came out. The very energy of the whole fucking reading came out. Not only is it March's energy and bleeding into April, and the energy of our new cycle that we're going into, but it's the energy of the equinox. It's balanced. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous energy. Let's see what we got here. Yep. My analogies here in this reading are spot on. And accurate for a few watching, I'm sure. The tower. Let's see what we got here. We've all been there. We've all done stupid shit. This person's stupid shit, however, hurt another person. You. But it did it. Did it? Yeah, it did. But things that hurt teach. So, hopefully, you've been paying attention and you found your self-worth. You found your Empress energy. The Empress needs to be the Empress. Yes. Male or female, the Divine Feminine is the Empress. The Empress needs to be the Empress. But what's funny is the Divine Masculine needs the Empress. See, that's the thing. The Empress doesn't need the Divine Masculine. The Empress doesn't need anything. There's a misconception there. The Empress is the Divine Feminine benefits the DM far more than the other way around. Far more. You know, there is some need, but not 100%. If you find your Empress energy, you're good. You attract whatever you want, whatever you need. They can feel that. That's part of that Nine of Pentacles that was in the pre-shuffle. Tell me about the Tower, universe. I can't shuffle too much more here. I'm going to get a cramp. What the hell? Four of Swords crossing it. Yeah. 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 Somebody, why am I saying yeah? What did I say? I said somebody, this energy around this is, I think this person shows up suddenly. I said that around the Eight of Wands, I believe, even in the pre-shuffle. Even if I didn't, I said they show up suddenly. I think for some of you, you're surprised both that this person shows up and what they tell you. It comes from a point of no action, but it comes from the point of the heart. See the heart right there? It comes from the point of the heart, but it comes from zero. I mean, it is like 0 to 100 in a second. It's neck breaking. If your neck isn't braced against the back of the seat, you will get whiplash. That's how fast it comes in. I think they have to do it that way. And think about how fast you try to correct something, right? If you posted a picture of yourself up on that table with your titties out, male or female, maybe your willy was out if you're male, whatever it is. You posted it up on your own social media. How fast would you fucking get up the next morning when you realized, oh shit, in the light of day, how fast would you hit that delete button the next day? If you didn't want people to see that picture, you'd be there fast. You'd go there, you wouldn't wait till you had breakfast. And then maybe, you know, I got to do some gardening or I got to go to the store or whatever. No, you right there. As soon as you got up, first thing, you booting up that phone or that computer. It comes out of nowhere. What's on top? Come on. Come on. If I'm your second favorite energy reader, fuck you. Seriously. With capital F. Tower on tower. What did I just get done saying? It comes out of nowhere, and it's unbelievable. Something wants to reveal itself here. Yeah. Look at that. When a card wants to reveal itself, it was like sitting there in the deck like that. It's the Four of Cups. It's my pooping girl. She's there too. There's a lot of... look at her. Doesn't she... That pile of shit she's looking at is exactly what she did the night before. Now they got to fix it. I passed up a rainbow for that? Yeah. They're feeling it from a heart space. This literally comes out of... This is them coming out of nowhere, and this is your surprise. You both show up as a tower here. But I think the tower is more your reaction. Or, remember what I told you. Your energy is affected by this equinox too. You live on Earth. You're here. I hope you're here. So this may be, yeah, fine. They have their tower, and they're worried about the night before, and they want to fix it. But maybe you realize some things too. I don't know. Maybe you both go in different directions. It's going to vary. There's 20,000 people watching this video. I got to give you the energy as it plays out. For most of you, this is them coming in out of nowhere, and the tower also represents your surprise by it. It doesn't surprise me at all. Why is the second tower here? Because they're coming. It is lit. This connection is lit. L-I-T. Lit. Like a wick on a stick of dynamite. Okay? The wick on a stick of dynamite is lit here. All right. It is. It is. I don't know. There's no other way I can phrase it. Yeah, it's a passionate new beginning, the Ace of Wands, but I'm just going to phrase it to you. The wick is lit. It's already in motion. This energy is bringing some things to light for this person, whoever they are. There's guilt. There's embarrassment. There's feeling bad about how they treated you. Apply it to your situation, whatever it is. You know what happened. Maybe it's something they said. You know, get lost. You know, they just sent you a tweet. Get lost. You know, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's two towers. And it comes from zero. This energy is healing to this person. With the Four of Swords crossing all this nonsense here, this person is healing. Why is the Chariot here? Tell me about this Chariot and their emotions. Tell me about it. Fucking hell, I love tarot, I do. Well, there's your sense of humor right there. It's the Five of Swords. Yeah, that's what I told you. These are two horses. You know, you got to get control of it. They're tempted to run away and hide their head in the sand, and they're also tempted to come in. I think when they come in, it's very short-sighted. I think they lean toward coming in. I do. Even though I see here that they're tempted. But this energy is red with all these towers and this Ace of Wands. Okay? I think they probably don't tell you everything. I know they won't. They're showing up as a page. You know, they're going to make excuses. If they do, don't lose your temper. Just be cool. You already know in advance that that might happen. So don't be surprised. If you're surprised, that means you're stupid. If somebody tells you something is going to happen and then you're surprised when it happens, well, you're a fucking idiot. And I don't think any of you are a fucking idiot. All right? I'm telling you what's probably going to happen here. Yeah, 7 of Swords in the soul. Yeah, glaze over and put my head in the sand. You know, whatever. I dance on the tables all the time. It's no big deal. When in reality, it's driving them batshit crazy. Show up as a page, they do. What's on top here? Yeah, 6 of Cups. Huge nostalgia energy right now around. In this equinox energy, huge nostalgia. Both sides, you and them. I'm pulling on them here. Huge. You're going to pick up on theirs. You're going to have your own. They're going to pick up on yours. Try not to be confusing. All right, this person confuses easily emotionally. All right, so try to keep your thoughts fairly and your feelings fairly straight. Make sure you know what you want here, okay? Whatever it is, even if you're just leaving the door open for them, and if they come in and don't suck, you'll take them, but if they suck, you'll kick them. Whatever, leave the door open. It creates a void. Nature abhors a vacuum. It fills voids. Don't fill that void with all your nonsense about anxiety and frustration and I hate them and I this and that. They'll never show up if you do that. You're guaranteeing your person will be one of the percentage that doesn't show up. You just got to leave an empty space for them. Leave the door open. Told the story when I was a kid of a little raccoon when we moved into our country house when I was about 7 or so. Right? There was a raccoon used to come around. He would never come in the house. One day we just left the back door open and we all went away. We just left the room. You know, we went down the hall and did whatever we were going to do. Sure enough, he saw nobody was around and he came in. Nature abhors a vacuum. There was a vacuum there. And we all peeked around the corner and looked at him, you know, watched him in the house. There's a picture around somewhere. I should try and find it. But there is a picture of that raccoon walking in that door. My father snapped it, I believe. One of them Polaroid cameras. Remember those with the instant picture? Anyway, a lot of nostalgia floating around in the energy. They're feeling this on a big time, which is why I don't think that they're going to self-sabotage and not come in. But I do think they're going to kind of, yeah, they're coming. The Fool, they're definitely leaning toward this. It's the nostalgia. It's the thinking. It's the realizing what they did the night before that's causing them to want to come in, right? To take the leap of faith. It is. Otherwise, they're just holding on to how they've been behaving. They can't do that anymore. This person's in their feels. I felt that in the weekly reading that I did the other day. All right? Again, leaning toward coming towards you. And it is. I believe they are. I got 2 towers in the energy of the connection. If one tower's not enough, here, motherfucker, here's another one. And on top of all that, I got 8 wands that felt like a tower in the pre-shuffle. It's mind-blowing. What they did the night before is causing them to want to fix things here. They realize, at least for a moment, at least for this one moment in time, this motherfucker is going to realize how they treated you and what they did wrong, and all of their deceptions are going to come to light. Things they lied to you about, things they lied to themselves about. Right? But some stuff's going to come to light for you too, and I want you to pay attention to it. I'm more concerned about you. I don't give a fuck if you ever bang this person, to be honest with you. I don't care. I just want you to be happy. Whatever makes you happy, and you know what that is, well, there you go. Make sure you take advantage of this energy too, because you're going to see how you behaved the night before. See how you can change it next time. You're not going to fall for this same shit, right? Somebody put a tweet out. I retweeted it. A dude on a date with red flags taped to them all over them and stuff like that. Well, now you could spot those red flags. You're not going to fall for that shit again. Somebody just talks about themselves all night. Well, there's a red flag. You asked me how I was doing. Tell me about me. I got 1 sentence in, and then you talked for 3 hours. That's a red flag. You're not going to do. You're going to know. I'm not going through that hell again. You know, I'm not giving love where somebody else is just going to take and never give. You know. That first date can be very telling. You know, you got to account for people being nervous, but you know, nervous is one thing. Asshole, narcissist is another thing. Why is the 7 of Swords here? And yeah, I was shuffling while I was talking. I'd just like to fill the air with something for you to take in about the energy. Crossing it is the Magician. It's right there. It's my action card. All I've been getting off the Magician lately is Action Jackson. It's about action. All right, making me want to watch that old movie, Action Jackson, which I know I hated when I was a kid. I don't know why I want to watch it again, but right here, it is. It's the energy of action. Somebody is taking action forward. It's also somebody who wants to play a trick. Somebody who wants to trick themselves into, it's sort of to hide your head under in the sand kind of thing, or under a pillow. But they can't. All right, it's time to do the trick. What's on top? This is soul energy here. Look at that. Swords in the soul, but it's the Knight of Swords. There is a temptation for this person to run away. But in their feelings, they want to tell you all this, but they also want to run away. This card's about communication. I'm looking at the running. That's them running away. But the bird is in the air. There's something they want to tell you. There's a confession here of some kind for most of you. Why's the Knight of Swords here? I'm curious. Yeah, I knew that son of a bitch was going to show up. It's the devil. It's the fucking devil. It's the asshole with his shirt off at the party and the glitter in his hair and the Trans Am with weed outside. They can't run away. That's what it means there. It is that energy. I see the energy here. There's something they want to tell you, but the temptation is to run away. I see it with the magician. I can just make myself disappear, right? Nope, they can't. The ties that bind are what I'm drawn to. I'm only drawn on this card to, the only energy coming off this card is to hand down to here, right? Right down in here. It's the ties that bind. They can't. They can run, but they can't hide. They can't. They can't get away. They're not going to be able to run here. So they're going to land them. This is also why the two towers are here. Okay? So if they, because these cards, the soul is tied to the energy of the connection. Let's forget about this. Okay, they have to do this. There has to be a passionate new beginning. Temperance is here in the final. Looks like they will. But I'm telling you, if they try to run, if they try to just bury their head in the sand, I don't want to know about last night. I don't want to know. I behaved the fool. I'll just be better with the next person. They're going to land in a tower. Okay? There's a tower with them coming in and realizing all this stuff, and if they don't do this, it ends in a tower. Energy's always in layers, and readings are always tied together. Everything is connected. I'm going to hammer that point home to you lot. I really am. Everything is connected. And so, again, we have to, as we go through the reading, that's why we peel the layers back as we do a reading, and we don't just throw all the cards on the table and then try to figure it out. That's too much information, because then you miss the layers, okay, of everything. Right now, I was able to see that. I was able to see that they can't run. And if they do run, they land in a tower, is the back message that the universe was trying to tell us here. Okay. And the reason they run is just their fear. Just their fears. The devil tells us fears. It creates fears. You know, fear is the one thing that holds us back. This devil energy holds most people back in life, right? They sit in marriages they don't like because they're afraid to leave. I'm afraid to be on my own. That's one reason, right? That's fears. You know, fear of the unknown, right? Well, all kinds of fears that hold people back. And all kinds of fears that get them in trouble, too. Fear of missing out can get you into trouble. Well, it can. Anyway, they can't run. So if they try to, it's going to land in a tower. And that's what I've been telling you on recent readings, isn't it? I did a whole reading on this new cycle, this new major cycle that we're in. I even wrote a whole blog article on it. In with the new, out with the old. And I'm telling you, I've been saying, it's either in or out. Okay? But in this case here, with the soulmate connection, very strange energy. If they're out, because either in or out, all right? If you're in and out, if you're wishy-washy, you land in a tower. So you're either in or out. But then you might ask, well, Steve, if they run, aren't they out? So it wouldn't be a tower. They've made a decision. The answer is yes, if they had made a decision, but they haven't. They're lying to themselves. The reason they would run is because they're lying to themselves that they're not in. They are in. All of the cards indicate that. All of the energy indicates that. The Seven of Swords here is deception. Deception and pretense are not rewarded by the universe. Okay? You can even find that in the Bible, if that's more your thing. Lying, pretending to be something you're not, pretense, all of that is never rewarded by the universe. Truth is, honesty is rewarded by the universe. Honesty within oneself in particular. So, that being said, No. If they run, the reason they fall in a tower is because they're full of shit. They're only running because they want to hide their head in the sand. If you want to hide your head in the sand, it means you're ashamed of something. Or you're running from something that you actually want. Okay? I hope I made that clear. There's a difference. If you're out, you're out. If they were out, fine. You know, there'd be a different card there besides the Seven of Swords underneath all this. I said even here, they're wishy-washy. Right? They can't run. If they do, they land in a tower. They get their nuts blown off like that squirrel. All right? And this is very important energy, so I'm taking my time trying to explain this to you. All right? You don't come to Steve Love Tarot for 12-minute readings. All right? You sit down, you relax, you get your pants off, get some breakfast, chill out, you know, and watch your reading here. I'm trying to give you all the information I can. I want to give you everything that's in the energy. I want you to understand what's going on. But I want you to understand also that you've got decisions to make as well. So, why is the King of Pentacles here? What's the universe want to tell us with this King? Well, I know, you know, when the tower falls, it allows this to be built on stability. It's somebody realizing, in part also, what they passed up here. Right? Well, it could be it could be a problem. Right? If you know, they had a chance to bang someone real good. You know, but they blew it. They screwed it up. You wake up the next morning, you feel bad about that. Especially if you took home Ugly McUggerman instead. You know, which is probably what they did. You know, it's probably stayed with something they didn't like. King of Pentacles, why is it here? Yeah, they want to turn this around. The world, the cycle, it's about the new cycle. It's all about the new cycle we're coming in. It's bringing stability. These towers are tied to this. This Ace of Wands is tied to this. All of it is tied to this. This is read with these, straight up. And it's separate from the reading. It's the universe telling us it's about the new cycle. Okay, what's on top of this? Remember, this is the 8-point buck with rainbow antlers. Cannot stay away. 3 of Wands. This is happening very soon. This tower is falling very soon. If they run, it's a tower. You won't know about it. But their whole world will fall apart. Something will happen. They'll catch some karma. If they come in, you'll know about it. It'll be like, what? Like that. Very soon. But you're making decisions too. You're looking out on new horizons. This is equinox energy. It applies to both sides. So I can't just read the incoming energy here. I'd be remiss in doing that. I'm obliged to tell you that you're also this surfer girl in your little bathing suit, all set, ready to go with your surfboard in your hand. You're looking out on horizons too. And if they're out there, great, but they shouldn't be the only thing. By now, you should have figured it out. You should have figured out that this was here to teach you something. So if they show up, and for a lot of you they are, it could, for a lot of you, and the energy is here, it could be a whole lot of a little too little too late. And the 2 towers also have an energy of that around them. It's a tower that they show up, and then your reaction is a tower to them. Okay? It's a tower to you that they show up, and your reaction is a tower to them. Energy is always in layers. There's 500 different things here that I could be talking about. I have to, in real time, without editing, in real time, I have to pick what I'm doing. On cooking shows, they get a benefit of putting something in the oven. It's going to be in the oven at 350 for an hour and 20 minutes. They stop the video. They all go have coffee. They have one they prepared before, and then they start the video again and take out the thing all finished. But to you, only a second has gone by. I don't have that. I talk in real time here. So there's a lot of energies. I'm trying to give you everything. So for some of you, it's a whole lot of too little, too late. Those 2 towers represent that. Them coming in, and then your reaction to it. Their reaction to your reaction is a tower. Either way, this is all happening soon, because as we move into the new cycle, more and more, this gets closer and closer. Why is 3 of Wands here? Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody has done some work on themselves. Yes, but right here, somebody wants to work on it. It's read with the Ace of Wands. I don't think there's been a huge dark night of the soul here for your person. I always get kind of a half-assed thing. They're awake, but I always get kind of a half-assed been working on themselves with this. Sort of like the way most people treat their jobs, right? Like Homer Simpson once said, you go into work every day, you do a really half-assed job, and you go home. You know, it's pretty much kind of what this represents to me when it comes to a journey someone's been on. But you guys are going to have to work on things. The universe is saying there's things that need to be worked on here. There's things that need to be sorted out. Some honesty is going to be required. All right, and I see that here. The next card out is Temperance. If you can do that, there's great balance and happiness to be. This card represents happiness. It's balanced energy. Balanced energy to you in the 3D is happiness. What's Temperance here? What's the final on this? Well, the two cards that fall on top, not counting the crossing card, one's red with the Nostalgia 6 of Cups energy, the energy of your connection, in fact. And the other is red with the Fool, so it can't be too bad. Let's see what we got. We already know we got communication as the overall energy here. Let's see what we got here. All right, Temperance. Why is it here? Why is it here? Even the bird leaning forward. You didn't even know he was here. He's kind of quiet, isn't he, today? He's watching with intent. He now understands the concept of all signs. So all signs is for him. All right, Temperance. All signs is for everybody. This is just energy reading. This is what I like. Temperance. Why is it here? Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh my God. All that shuffling. Me talking about the bird and all kinds of shit. And it's that again. Yeah. It's as we move into the cycle, it gets more and more probable that this thing comes together, you guys. It does. We also got kind of a match here. These two are sisters. Okay? They are. One got the tie-dye. One just went with the mustard yellow there. Or it's kind of more of a pastel-y, sunny yellow in today's lighting. But that's fine. Either way, it's tied to that. This energy is tied to that. So I read it with that, and more so than with the Temperance. But the Equinox energy is causing things to change on a high level. Let's see where we go. What's on top? This first card is red with the 6 of Cups. Yeah, it's the Page of Cups. Yeah, they know in all this nostalgia and all this thinking back, again, what they did the night before. They know they owe someone an apology. You, namely, and themselves. It's also them coming towards you. This drives them towards you. But again, they show up as a page. Do not be surprised by that. Why would you be? This person owes you a huge, for some of you, a lot of time has passed here. It is tough to turn back around and admit, they've got, for some of you, they have to admit a lot of shit. Oh, I feel that here. They have to admit that they lied about they were never happy with their person. Yeah, they haven't actually had sex in 6 years or some kind of shit like that. You know, really shit like that, because they were really pretending that they were happy on their side. Or in general, whether they were married or not. You know, oh, my career is enough to fulfill me. You know, that kind of thing. They're focused on practical concerns, not focused on emotions, approaching emotions from a logical perspective, yet feeling it the whole time underneath. Oh, yeah. They got a lot of explaining to do. What's the final on this? What do you think? It's red with the Fool. You think, I already told you it's going to be something good. I told you in advance. It's the Knight of Cups. Of course they're fucking coming. Of course they are. It's the Knight of Cups. This is the final card. Yeah, they show up as a page. This is just saying the page is coming. I ask why the Page of Cups is here. I get the Knight of Cups. It's red with the Fool. That tells me that, well, it's not really a knight. It's more of a page, but it's why the page is coming in. The Page of Cups, yeah, it would indicate they're coming in to give you a cup of love. But they're coming in because they really love you. That's what the universe wants you to know. Because they realize what they did the night before, how they treated you, was shit. Shouldn't have been dancing on the tables with their titties or willies out. Shouldn't have been doing that. But everybody got a camera now. You can't get away with anything anymore. I say all the time on my walks, I can't even piss in an alley anymore. I got to run home if I got to take a piss. Cameras everywhere. What the hell's a camera doing in a fucking alley? What the hell? I look up, I'm like, oh shit. Alright, there we go. Fine, they're going to recognize Steve Hand, right? Because he need to be used to steady the thing. You know, it is what it is. Steve Hand going to show up on camera steadying a fire hose. It is what it is. They realize what they've done here in this equinox energy. The sun lights things up. It's represented by the sun, as we saw in the pre-shuffle and as we've been seeing in readings. This reading is pretty cool. If you think this reading's cool, wait till you see the extended, because there's so much. I got 2 towers. And I got someone who's coming in, someone who we're going to find out what they did the night before. We're going to get our hands on those pictures. Alright? We are. It's fucking awesome. I got a devil to pull on and 2 towers. And I got someone who's realizing some things about what they did and how they behaved. I want to see how that's affecting them deeply. I want to dig into their emotions and see how that's affecting them. And I want to see how it's affecting things on their side in particular. You know, what's going on in their life now because of this. And this is all happening at the equinox. This ain't energy you got to wait till October for or something. I'm pulling on the energy right now. Today, March 20th, is the fucking equinox. The energy is in play. It will dissipate out as we go through the week and become unequinoxy. But right now, it's equinox. It lasts about a 3 to 5 day period. Okay? Where everything is kind of balanced here. So, it's nice. It's going to be a good extended. It's going to be some wicked voodoo. I want it. If you want it, the link's in the description. Right now, I'm pulling 3 cards from the universe. What else you want to tell the collective here before I go pull some wicked voodoo on 2 towers, a devil, and a 7 of swords, and a Knight of Cups? Yeah, at the end of the day. Please. Some shit going on. I don't have a third party here. I know a huge percentage of you, your person's married or with someone else or controlled by a family, some sort of third energy. There's always a third energy. Always. I wrote a whole article about that, Famous by 3. There's always a third energy. There isn't one here. Where did it go? So the equinox basically wiped out the third energy for a moment. All they can think about, it really is, my analogy of the night before is perfect. All they can think about is the night before. That's you. You are how they treated you. All right. Let's see. Give me 3 cards and a crosser. What do you want to tell everyone before I go? Okay. This is what the universe wants to tell you. We always pull from the bottom. Motherfucker. It's repeat cards from the pre-shuffle. Remember the pre-shuffle way back when? Yeah. The 6 of Wands, the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, and the Strength. The universe is repeating a message. Extremely important. Okay? Repeating anything is very important. Numbers, people, you keep running into somebody over and over again. Gosh, we got to stop running into each other. That's a fucking soulmate, dumbass. That's why you're running into them over and over again. It is. It might not be a deep soul connection where you're twin flames and all kinds of stuff, but it's somebody you knew before. There's a reason you keep passing by them. Even if it's a neighbor at the mailbox, there's a reason. If it's a person on the street that you pass. Remember my quiet girl I used to talk about all the time that I see on my walks? We keep passing each other, keep passing each other. Yeah, we have a soul connection. That's why. We become best friends, by the way. She's terrific. Anyway, the bottom line is she's still quiet, though. Right here, Strength card. Crossing the Hierophant. It is the power of what this person's realizing that's causing them to come in. It's making them scared, though. Again, the universe. I'm going to look into this in the extended, because the universe keeps pointing me to the fact. Yep, it's the power of what they're realizing and what they did the night before, the way they treated you. You know, I got that Beatles song, The Night Before, ringing in my head too. Treat me like you did the night before. Anyway, that's giving them the strength to come in, right? They're realizing it, they're understanding it, but there's still this propensity for this person to keep up some kind of image. Okay, whatever that means to you, I don't know. I want to find out why. What are they so fucking afraid of? I know in the hot spot, Cancer, right? The hot spot connection from a recent reading I pulled. They got some secrets or shit that they are scared as hell to tell. Okay? They got to confess some things. I don't know if that's the case for all of you. On varying levels it is, though. Okay? And varying levels can mean just something minor. You know, I stole a Snickers bar when I was 8. You know, very minor. All the way up to, I once drove a body out to the desert. You know, everything in between, all of that. There's some reason here that this person, even though they're coming towards you, even though they understand that they did something bad the night before, even though they feel that they can't run, they still have this propensity to keep up this goddamn image, this phony ass shit. My debutante card, right? Everything is great, everything is wonderful. No, it isn't. You wouldn't be a debutante if everything was wonderful. Nobody want to behave like that. Most people is like me. They want to sit around in sweatpants all day and a ratty t-shirt. We don't want to have to get dressed up to go to the grocery store. Nobody does that isn't hiding something. Even something within themselves or whatever. I go to the grocery store, I look like somebody security would want to follow around, and they usually do. Okay, I look like I'm stealing food. I do. I do not get all dressed up in my fancy clothes to go to the grocery store. I'm not, that's an exaggeration with your person, but it is some kind of image they need to keep up. We need to look into it. If you want the extended, it's there for you. I got 2 towers and a devil at the very least, so you know it's going to be fun. The link is in the description. I hope this reading was helpful. It's a very important reading. I'd watch it a couple of times if I were you. I gave you guys a lot of the energy. I went beyond what I would have normally done for a regular reading here. I went a little deeper in a few spots. All right. So, but you do what you want. I hope this reading was helpful. If I help one person today, I've done my job, karmically speaking. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Now I'm off to do some wicked voodoo. All right, let's go. What?